Now, Article 15, paragraph 2 of the India-USA Treaty covers what is the meaning of the term professional services, right? When we were looking at paragraph 1, it said the independent services, right? But there was a reference to the word professional services, right? So it's important to understand what are professional services which are going to get covered under this article. So the term professional services includes, which means there are other activities which can also be covered here: independent scientific, literary, artistic, educational, or teaching activities. Now, you must be wondering, why have we highlighted these two words? Here the reference is to activities themselves. It says independent scientific, literary, artistic, educational, or teaching activities, right? It doesn't matter who's providing these services, right? As long as the activities are of a scientific, literary, artistic, educational, or teaching nature, they are covered in the first limb of this definition, as well as the independent activities of. Now, instead of reference to the type of activity, here the reference is to the person or the provider of the activity. So the independent activity of physicians, surgeons, lawyers, engineers, architects, dentists, and accountants, right? So if any of these people are providing services in their independent characters, right, not as an employee, then those are covered under Article 15 here, and generally under Article 14, right? Whereas if there is a service of an independent scientific, literary, artistic, or educational nature, right, there the reference is to the activity. So basically what Article 15.2 covers is independent activities which are scientific, literary, artistic, or educational or teaching nature, or it covers the activities of physicians, surgeons, lawyers, whether tax lawyer or corporate lawyer, engineers, whether it is for erection of a building, assembly, drawing and design, etc., architects, including painters, sculptors, dentists, accountants, including the auditors, right? But what is not covered under Article 14 is the income from industrial activities or from commercial activities, right? Why? Commercial activities, like we discussed, were covered under Article 7, read with Article 5. In case of a doctor, if he's running an X-ray machine, that's a commercial activity. Salary payments covered under Article 15, which is dependent personal services. Independent activities, even though they are independent, which are covered under Article 16, which is non-employee director, and Article 17, which is artist and sportsperson, even though they amount to an activity of an independent character, because there are specific provision for that, those are going to override this. Or payment to an enterprise, okay, in respect of rendering services of employees or other personnel. We saw the example where the payment was made to a foreign company, which in turn employed an independent contractor. That was not covered under Article 14.